Are we incapable of learning from international experience? In Germany, with Merkel's obsession with renewables and its dependence on Russia for gas, power prices have doubled in the last 2 decades. Renewables can't do the job. So 30% of German households are in energy poverty. Interestingly, listen to this. Here is President Trump in 2018 addressing the United Nations General Assembly on this very issue of dependence on Russia. And this is a metaphor of the arrogance and smugness of the political class. We've got this here. Have a look at the smirks on the faces of the German delegates when President Trump prophetically warns them of the danger of dependence on Russia.
Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we are committed to maintaining our independence from the encroachment of expansionist foreign powers.
Look at the smirks on their faces. Unbelievable. Well, Biden has squandered that independence, and now he's headed off to Saudi Arabia to beg for help. But back to Germany. We're now told today that Germany is going to restart coal-fired power plants. Indeed, the German Vice-Chancellor is the leader of the Greens Party, in charge of economic affairs and climate action, and he has campaigned for years to reduce fossil fuel use. He's now saying the German government will empower utility companies to extend the use of coal-fired power plants so that Germany has, quote, an alternative source of energy. Yet here we are also told today that, quote, the historic swing to the Greens, unquote, at the federal election will prevent approvals for new coal mines in Australia. What is this historic swing? The Greens got 12% of the vote. 88% of Australians didn't vote for them. They, like most politicians, need to do some homework. Bjorn Lomborg, internationally acclaimed as the president of the Copenhagen Consensus and a visiting fellow at the Hoover Institution within Stanford University, who's written and researched on the issue of climate change, launched a book last year called False Alarm: How Climate Change Panic Costs Us Trillions, Hurts the Poor, and Fails to Fix the Planet. He told me in an interview I had with him, and I quote, even if the entire rich world ended all carbon dioxide emissions tomorrow, with immense misery and poverty to follow, as everything grinds to a halt, it would reduce warming by just 0.4 degrees centigrade by the year 2100, unquote. Yet governments and oppositions, universities and classrooms tell us that catastrophe awaits if we don't embrace net zero. Well, I repeat, we are the third biggest energy exporter on the planet after Russia and Saudi Arabia. We are selling coal to new coal-fired power plants overseas, but banning the construction of them in Australia. We have an energy crisis because we have a crisis in public policy. Matt Canavan is right. The campaign for net zero should be dead. It is time the nation, not just politicians, did some homework.